Hi, hello. So it's Brian So here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot. So today on this video, I'll be giving you Xitsonga names that start with the letters K and L. And the reason I'm only doing two for today is because I realized that in the previous videos, I tried covering, a number of letters, doing, three letters. And I think the most was like what was it 5A to E. I did like 5 letters in one video, and I realized that the video went on for way longer than I wanted or I was expecting the video to be. I wasn't expecting a video that's longer than like 20 minutes, so but it just went on and became a very long thing. So I don't want that with this video. I want to keep it as short as possible. So let's see if I'm going to keep to my promise. So just one thing I wanted to, kindly ask you, and it's something that really helps me with, creating content for this channel. It's feedback. I really appreciate your feedback. Thank you to those, who've just been, coming forward and telling me what things they like, what things they don't like. What things I could add to the channel, or what things I, could talk about in the next videos. So those really help me know what content I should create for you, because this is for you, right? So, I mean, you are the one that wants to learn this language. So you tell me how best I can help you with that. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to help you. So just tell me how I can do that. And also, it's really the feedback that keeps us going. And this is something I will say in every video, because it's something that I think is true, and yeah, so it's really a way of us doing this together. So I sit here and create the content, and you help me out by letting me know that you're watching, by letting me know that you are that the content is helping you, and I think that's the most important one. So I think if you are trying to help people, you want to know if the strategies that you're using are working, if the words you're giving them are helping them in any way, so that if the model is not working, then you can change it and go for something that works. So yeah, I've received good feedback so far, and the letters that I've done helped some people out, so yeah, the format of this video is going to be the same as the previous one. So what I'm going to do, or if this is the video that you are watching from this channel, so how I'm going to do this video is I'm going to give you Tsonga names, but I'm not going to write them down for you in this video. I'm not gonna put them anywhere in the video. So this is so that you can try them out by yourself. So I want you to try to write these words by yourself before you look at any clue or any correction that I can give you. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to write all the words that I'm going to use in this video in the description, so just at the bottom of the video. So I'm going to give you all the words that I'm going to tell you in this video. So I'm going to write them down for you there. So what I want you to do is just try and, so as I pronounce, or as I, give you the letter in Xitsonga, try to write it down. Just have that list of the Xitsonga words as well as their meanings. And then, just compare the list that I'm going to give you in the description with the one that you would have written, and just correct the mistakes that you might have made. And, just pat yourself on the back for the ones that you would have gotten correctly, So yeah, I encourage you to get a pen and a paper for this video, so that it's as interactive as possible. And I believe this will be most, effective when we do this together. So take this as a live class where you're sitting and you're taking notes, and we are interacting, you understand, so that it's not a one-way thing, so that we, it seems like I'm literally sitting in front of you and giving you the material that I'm giving you. So I talk too much. So let's get on with what we came here to do. So so as you know, what I usually do, is just sit down, just think of words that I think are very common, words that I think, can help you. And sometimes, I try and find something on the internet. But sometimes the things I find there, I'm just like, I'm not too sure about this. So I usually leave those things out, So, but shout out to all the people that are creating content online. And yeah, because this is where we are able to, find resources that we need for creating material such as this. So shout out to those people who are doing that. I know there's a number of magazines, there's a number of sites that create Xitsonga content. So thank you to those people, and thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it, and it's helping us a lot. So, so just one joke no, it's not really a joke, but it's just something that I thought was not even funny, but it's related to the content that I'm creating here. So, if you're in South Africa, you know that they've just created new bank notes, right? And so I saw one on social media. I haven't seen one in life, in person before, as yet. But I saw one that was posted on Facebook by a friend of mine who's Tsonga. And then they wrote something in Xitsonga which is incorrect. And I looked at that and I was very disappointed, because I'm like, this is money, this is a bank note, this is something that is going to be carried by everyone, so you are basically, you can't afford to make a mistake on that. So that was really, really disappointing, because I wrote that, and I think it was directly translated, but it didn't make sense. So just go and be on the lookout for that. I'll probably give you what that mistake was in the next video or something. But anyway, let's start with today's video, right? So as I said, we're doing K and L. So the video is going to be short, but it's only going to be short if I start with this. So let me get on with it. So the first word of the day is Katekani. Katekani means to be blessed, right? So if I want to say you are blessed, I say ukatekile, right? But when I say, Katekani is, in the same way as the previous words, it's basically, telling people that they are blessed. And I think most Xitsonga names, have the same format, in that they're, either like all nouns. Most of them are all nouns, or, because I think you can see there's like a pattern in all the names that I'm giving you. It's as if I'm actually giving you the same name, but it's very different names with different meanings. And one, I think, has to be very careful in using them, especially when you're using them in sentences, right? So the word Katekani means, to be blessed. So it's a way of telling people to be blessed. So you are telling someone to be blessed, right? That's Katekani. So how you could use it is literally, just telling people that Katekani, and that's literally just telling them that they are blessed, right? And then the next one, this is a very common one, and a lot of Xitsonga speaking people are familiar with the word. It's Khensani. Khensani means to give thanks, right? Most of you know that when you want to say thank you, it's Nakensa. So Khensani is basically giving thanks. So this is me telling someone to give thanks. That's how you would use it. So if you were to translate it directly, like into English, it's give thanks. Khensani, right? The next one is Khomeleni. Khomeleni has two meanings, right? Khomeleni means, the first meaning is to forgive someone, right? I think, in the Bible, in the story about Jesus, or even in the Lord's Prayer in the Bible, I think, the somewhere it talks about, so forgive them for their sins. So, so the word Khomeleni means to forgive. But that's also telling someone to forgive. So, how you could tell it to someone. So if I were to, and please pay attention to how I use the word, and also in the context that I use it in. So if I were to tell my grandmother now and say, please forgive, what? Please forgive the people that have wronged you. Please forgive anyone, right? I will say, Khomeleni, right? So I'm basically saying, please forgive them, grandma or grandpa or granny, right? So it's Khomelani. That's a beautiful name. And the second meaning is Khomelani means to hold something for someone. Kukhomela. So if someone is carrying, very heavy luggage or groceries or something, and then I tell you to carry that for them, I say, Vakhomeleni, or this is when I'm telling maybe two boys, there are two boys, I'll say, Khomelani kokwani the plastic, for instance. So this is me saying to the two boys, please carry this lady's plastics. Khomelani, so it means to hold something for someone, right? Kukoma is to hold. And we also use that to mean to arrest someone. So, but then not Khomelani though, but just the word koma, so it can, have different meanings, and it can be used, it can form like, other words, and it can also be used in many different contexts, so just be careful of that, and always know which context you're using it in. The next word is Khongelani, right? So those who pray would be, or religious people would be more familiar with this word. So it means pray. So this is me telling people to pray, right? So if I am in church or I'm in a group, of people, and I say, I want to say, let's pray, I say, I Khongeleni. But that's not Khongelani, so just be, just look out for the different ways I'm using these words. So it literally means the same thing, it basically means the same thing, but, it can be used in different ways to mean different things, also depending on the tense that you're using it in. I'm trying to avoid this sunlight, but it's just chasing me, so I'm just going to step back a bit. Right, so Khongelani means it means pray, so you are telling people to pray. So say for instance let's just not run away from it. Let's try to work with the sun, because it's just loving me so much, and I love it back, but it's just not working for me right now. So anyway, so if maybe for instance I have children. Children, so more than two people, right? More than two kids. And I want to tell them to pray, so I will say, Khongelani vana va mina. So this is me basically saying, pray, or telling my children to pray. So I'm saying, please pray, my children, so that's obviously, directly translated, but that's how I would use the word Khongelani. So it means pray, right? And then the next one is Kotani. Kotani means, so the word that I found here is accomplish. And I'm not sure if it's like too accurate, but then, so if you were to break the word into two, Kota means to, it means ability, so that's why they use the accomplish, because they're related, right? So Kota means ability or capability or someone's capacity, basically. So then when you say Kotani, so it's basically someone's Kotani. I understand it as, someone's ability to do something. So this is how I would use the word Kota, not Kotani, but the word Kota in a sentence. So if I want to ask someone if they're able to, to draw, I will say, washi kota ku drawana, or washi kota ku. Okay, if I want to say, ask, someone if they're able to write, I'll say, washi kota ku tsalana. And that's how you use the word. So it means, are you able to do this thing? Are you able to write? Are you able to draw? Do you understand? So that's why I'm not too sure if, the word accomplish is like the right one for this one. So, but Kotani is all about, just understand that it's about ability, and, just being able to do something. So just be careful also on, how the word is used, but also when you're listening to some conversations, be on the lookout, of this word, the word kota, and just, pay attention to how they're using it, and also just check the context as well. And also the grammar, and just try to understand how they are using the word, right? So that's Kotani. And then the next one is Kurisani. Kurisa, and this can also be used, in many variations, different variations. So Kurisani, Kukurisa, if we're to break the word into two, so Kurisa would mean to raise. So it could mean to raise a child. It could, literally mean to raise, be it like in position or in size. No, I don't think it would apply in size, but I think it's like to raise, like, or to rise in position or something like that. Kukurisa, to grow. Yeah, I think it also has something to do with, growth and growing it or expanding, right? So, so Kurisani is also, it comes from the word kurisa. So when I say Kurisani, I'm telling people to do what the word kurisa means, which is to raise. So it means, Kurisani means to raise, right? So if maybe you want to ask someone, oh sorry, there's been someone behind me and I didn't see them, I'm only seeing them now. But anyway, that caught me off guard. But anyway, so Kurisa, and so if maybe I have children, and then I want my mom to raise my children, I'll say mani nzikomla mini kurisela. So I'm saying kurisela because it's, that's a past tense form of the word. But then I'll get to that another day, so just how to break these words down. So starting from their original forms, and also how you can use them in the different tenses and stuff. So, so if I want to say, how can I say this? Kurisani. So if I want to, tell my mom or ask my mom to raise my children, I'll say, Kurisani nzikombela. No, I'll say Kurisani bana ba mina. So I'm basically just saying, raise my children, right? So that's what the word Kurisani means. So, and then the next one is also related to the word Kulani, Kurisani. It's Kulani, or Kulani, or Kulani. So Kulani comes from the word Kula. Kula means to grow, right? Or it means grow. And then when you say Kulani, it means, it means growth or to grow, right? So this is also when you're telling people to, or people or someone to, or when you're commanding someone to grow, right? So, yeah, that's how you would say it. So you say Kulani. So Kula means growth or to grow, and this can be applied in anything that grows, right? But then also there are different ways of, using this word. You could say kurisa, so kurisa bana ba mina, kurisa shimilani, so growing a plant, yeah, yeah. I think you get what I mean. So, and then the last word in K that I'm gonna give you is Kurhula. Kurhula. What do they say? So there's a way that people that go to Zexasi greet each other, that where they use the word Kurhula. So I think it's Kurhula, something like peace be with you. So the word Kurhula means peace, right? And this is a very direct word. So it basically means peace, right? And you can use it in any way that you want. I think it's a very easy word to to use, and I'm still trying to run away from the sun. But anyway, so yeah, world peace would mean or would be in Xitsonga, Kurhula Kamsawa, or yeah, something like that. Direct translation doesn't always work, but that's how you would translate that word. So, and then now let me go to, oh my gosh, this video is getting really long, but let me go to L. So I just have a few words to give you in L. So the first word is Landzani. So Landzani comes from the word Lanza. So Landzani means to follow, so Landzani vana va mina. So it could also mean to go collect or to go fetch someone or something. Um, and it could also mean to follow, right? So so I could say Landzani um, vana va mina a crash. So I'm telling someone to go fetch my kids, at crash, right? So it means to follow or to go fetch something. So Lanza mali ya mina andrini, so go fetch my money in the house. But there are also different ways that you can use this word, which I will discuss or talk about in one of my future videos. So I'll make sure to just show you how to use this, because I'm only noticing that in this video, that or in these videos that I've been doing the past week, that there are different, so one word can be broken into so many, it can form so many other words, and it can be broken down into, it can be used in many different variations. So I think maybe just showing you when and how to use those different, variations, and how to formulate, or how to use one word to formulate different tenses and things like that. So just word breakdowns basically. So I'm just gonna do that in one of the future videos. So the next word is Langutani. Langutani means behold. So so basically behold means, or the word Langutani means, so this is when I'm showing someone to look at something, right? I think that's, it just explains itself. So when I want to say, the word obviously comes from the word languta. Languta means look, so languta. So if maybe something's happening and I'll say, look, languta, languta, right? That's languta, and it's such a beautiful name. I think my brother's name is something related to languta or langtan or something like that. So and then the next one is Lavani. So the word Lavani comes from the word lava. Lava means to pursue something, or to look for something, or to try and find something. It means to look for something. And then Lavani means it means pursuit. So, or it means to pursue something, or to follow something, or to look for, or to search for something. So you could use it in any one of those scenarios or contexts. But also, so I'm also giving you this word so that when you're listening to Tsonga conversations, and this word is used in a different tense or form, then you're able to sort of like pick up what they're saying depending on the context they're using the word in, right? So there's Giyani Land of Blood, the show. So if you're watching that show and they use this word, but in a different form, I want you to be able to understand that it can be used in many different ways, right? So I just need you to be able to pick that up, but still be able to understand what it means. And also, I do encourage you to practice using these words. So when you make a mistake, don't be scared to make mistakes. So try and use these words, and when you make a mistake, and maybe use it in a different, in an incorrect way, and then at least you can be corrected, right? So, but I think the best way to understand this is by using them as often as possible. So yeah. Don't be scared. As long as you know the root word, which is lava, and you know what that means, right? So when it's turned around and are used in however way, and then you're still able to understand what it means. And then the fourth last word, almost at the end, is Lulama. Lulama means to be righteous, or to be righteous, to be on the path, to be doing the right thing at the right time, and just living righteously. So yeah, it's all about something being right, something being what's that word? Just something being right and just following the rules, and something being good, So so Lulama, basically just means righteousness, or to be righteous. So I could use it in a sentence and say, Vana Volulama, so it means children that It could mean good children. It could also mean righteous children in that they, you know, obey the laws, live by the rules, and you know, things like that. And that's Lulama, Kululama, you know, to be righteous. And then the next word is Lul. Okay, no, I'm gonna skip that one, and I'm gonna skip that one, and I'm gonna go to the last one. The last one is Langavi. Langavi is flame, or it's a flame, right? So, flame of fire, Langavi Ranzilo, right? And that's also self-explanatory. So, so yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video. Clearly, I didn't keep to my promise because this video went on and on and on, and it's like a really long one. And I didn't even, you know, intend for it to get to like 20 minutes, but here we are. But anyway, thank you for watching it up to this point. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope that you got something from this video. And as you can see, I'm also learning something from doing these videos. I'm also, you know, learning on what I can improve on in these videos, you know, because now I'm realizing that, oh shucks, you know, I'm giving them all these words, you know, but they're coming in so many different ways, and they might get confused here and there. So I need to find a way to, you know, just help them be able to like use these words and use them in however form that they are given to them. So yeah, so please do let me know what you thought of this video. I would really, really appreciate that. Today I was really tired. You know, it was a really, really busy day at work. So, so yeah, I hope, you know, my tiredness or my tired energy didn't transfer to you. But yeah, I was like, you know what, I need to do this video because I couldn't, you know, in the past few days because it was, you know, raining, it was dark, you know, because it was always cloudy, you know, and the lighting wasn't good. So I was like, no, I can't. So luckily today the sun is out, you know. So but anyway, do let me know also where you're watching this video from. I'd really, you know, just appreciate knowing where, you know, the different people watching this or who are on this channel or watching this or watching these videos are from. So, or which part of the world, you know, the people are from. Because I've had people from Brazil, people from, you know, the US telling me that they are, you know, they have Tsonga roots and they're really learning a lot from these videos. So I'm just gonna end it there. Thank you so much. Do not forget to check the description. And yeah, if you want to follow me on social media, I am Tsonga Brian 97 on Instagram and on TikTok. And then you can find me on Facebook. It's Tsonga. No. It's Brian Swear. Brian Swear on Facebook. I also have my other channel where I talk about spirituality. I talk about my life lessons. I talk about life, you know, in general, but mostly, you know, about spirituality. So do check out my other channel. It's Brian Swear, and I would really, really appreciate that. So that's me from signing out, you know, and I'll see you in the next video.